What's up everyone, welcome back to another 5-star island tour with JB and Millie.
Hey guys!
Now as you can see we are on our way to the island of Castle Rock. Now for those of you that may know, we are quite big Stephen King fans, I guess me significantly more than Millie. However, this should be an amazing tour regardless. Now Castle Rock is kind of the hometown of a lot of classic Stephen King novels and I guess movies, more recently a TV show like Cujo and Gwendy's Button Box and Needful Things, all of that goodness. So we are certainly in for a very, very creepy tour today. Now, we are so excited to kind of look at this because we've been in touch with the creator as usual, who will be giving us a tour, and they have revealed that it's very much in the style of a Stephen King town in every sense of the word. They visited Stephen King's hometown, which is Bangor, and they've modelled it off that kind of thing where it's an average town on the surface, but if you scratch a little bit beneath that, there's definitely a lot of horrors to be had, so we are looking forward to that. And here is our first look at Castle Rock. That flag.
I love the clown.
So that's of course Pennywise there, which is awesome because we love It Chapter 1 and 2. It's about a year ago now since we saw Chapter 2 because we went there for my birthday. So again, this is awesome. Please check out the creator's Twitter. You can see this on this screen. They have been so kind to let us tour this island because they're one of those awesome creators that whilst they have given out a dream code and that's very public, we'll have that in the description, they were still willing to, you know, show us around and answer all of our questions. Oh, welcome, Sai. And, of course, that's an amazing Dark Tower reference. Oh, long days and pleasant nights to you. Oh, look, and there's an I Love Derry hat.
There's an I Love Derry hat, Needful Things on this here.
And is this a little present?
I kind of don't want to be presumptuous.
Maybe it's a welcome to Derry.
Let's do it.
Welcome to Derry.
I really like the balloons as well, like the red balloons as you enter the island. It was like a really good It reference, I think.
Yeah, very Pennywise-esque. Especially because it kind of fits in with that whole thing, like, for all... Ah. Oh, blue cambray work shirt. That is amazing.
Right. Okay, so I think with that we're starting the tour. So, first impressions here. Is it weird that just because it's Stephen King, the snow globes reminded me of Under the Dome?
Oh, that's actually really cool. So yeah, I guess Needful Things is awesome. It's like basically a shop where you can buy anything. You know, it doesn't need to necessarily be a material object, but it's so cool because it kind of ties in with all the kind of, I guess, the idea of selling your kind of soul to get something you need. So it's really cool how they've kind of manifested this in this way, especially because it's very easy to put something like this in the setting of a house and just have like house space, but I like how it's kind of open. And all the stuff here fits in with the theme of just things being normal on the surface, but I guess there being a bit of weirdness lingering. Like you can see there's a Pennywise mug there.
Oh gosh.
Oh, 11/22. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe. So this is like Al's Diner. Oh wow, and then that's, yeah, the back and the steps going down for when the, oh my gosh, for when they go into the past. Oh my gosh, see, that is so cool. See, because it's literally just a diner there, but oh, I'm so sorry. I love 11/22/63. Oh,
hey, check this out.
And that's like more of like the Tim Curry Pennywise from the original miniseries. Oh my gosh, and this is like in the tall grass. Oh my gosh. Wow. We saw this together, and this was actually kind of a bit creepy. So definitely caution if you are venturing into the world of Stephen King media, because you don't want to end up like me. Wow. Shaped like Maine. Oh, that's interesting.
Wow, so if we maybe move, we could see that on the map.
That is amazing. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you can see it's kind of like almost like a spear.
Georgie! Oh, that's amazing. And of course for Georgie, the balloons here. And wait, is that the white roses down there? Come on, JB.
It always takes JB so long to get into these houses. For Dream Tours, it's not too bad. You can just go in and out quite easily. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just a bit of lag.
Wow. So, from what I'm seeing on here... Oh, you can pick rings. I'm getting inspired for the Georgie thing with the boat in the bottle.
Yes, definitely. And kind of like that carnival thing is a bit more Pennywise. But
yes.
I do
kind of like
that.
the second one more for the carnival, isn't it?
It's almost like the house on Needful Street, you know, that kind of creepy one where they have to choose which door they go through, like, you know, scary, not very scary.
Ooh.
Oh, red rum. So that's on the back of that chair there.
Oh gosh.
I didn't know you could customise them, but that is awesome. Oh, and there's a Pennywise stool there. That is so creepy, but so cool. And again, it is almost like it is almost like a normal house, but it's just kind of one that's been rotted away a bit. So again, quite cool, creepy things.
This is amazing. Teen Wolf. I thought that's what they meant. Okay, we're now gonna go to the top room. I feel like cobwebs on the wall. It just looks creepy.
I love those cobwebs. You stole all the cobwebs. Oh, happy birthday. Ah, so I'm wondering if this is...
You're gonna tell me I'm insane, but I almost feel like I'm inside Dan Torrance's mind. You know, with all the boxes and stuff, I just feel like it's full of creepy creatures.
That's interesting. Quite
oh wow, look! Pennywise is even on that bear's t-shirt.
Oh. See, I don't know what to make of it. On one hand, I kind of want to draw parallels to like the Room of Clowns from It. But also it's reminded me very much of the Institute and all the CCTV cameras, but it's definitely interesting. It reminds me of something that we saw on like Ica Island.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh my lord, that is scary.
Oh, and Pietro as Pennywise.
That's brilliant.
See, this is cool. This is reminding me a bit of like that kind of, I guess almost demonic landscape. Or I guess something like an illusion that Pennywise could come up with, like when he's like doing that little dance at the end of the first film.
Okay, so it doesn't look like there's a basement to this house, so let's take a look upstairs.
Which is kind of a blessing, because basements give me the heebie-jeebies.
I know, could you imagine what a Stephen King Island basement could be like?
Whoa.
Okay, so which Stephen King kind of work would you guess?
Oh, the Institute! Oh, see, I got very much like Institute vibes before, but this kind of makes so much sense with the kind of experimentation aspect, the laboratory.
But a little hamster.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and those cameras are so fitting with like, you know, the Institute, with all their surveillance.
I am excited to find out what they're going to do when they unlock the basement.
That would be such a great question to ask. Oh, because basements are awesome. But you could do so much. Like, the great thing about a Stephen King based island is like, it's very difficult, I guess, to like run out of concepts. Maybe in execution, they might be a bit more difficult to pull off, but in terms of concepts alone, he's done that many books.
Yeah, see the thing is even if you did run out of Stephen King concepts, give it a couple of months and like...
Oh, so this is where they met up, you know, when they're older, when they come back to Derry.
Oh, wow!
Oh, the fun's just beginning.
Of course, where they get the fortune cookies and they make the sentence.
There's like eyeballs coming everywhere and bonus karaoke. Oh, I want to see Pennywise do karaoke now. See stuff, especially though, like that 11, 22, 63 thing, you just think you're coming to a normal location and then like it hits you what it is. Like, I love that so much. Maturin! That's gotta be Maturin.
The what?
Oh gosh. The turtle from it, they're a guardian of the beam. All things serve the beam. Oh, and okay, the lighthouse would be the Dark Tower, and all the roses around it. Oh my gosh, it's Roland. Oh my god, I'm actually freaking out. That's so cool. Look at that. So, there's the turtle of amazing girth. On his back, he holds the earth. It's awesome, and all those roses. Yes. Oh, I really need the dream address for this place. Oh, and the pet cemetery. Oh, that's funky. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that there's a pet cemetery. I don't wanna be buried in a pet cemetery.
I like almost how they've got the black variant in there as well, but the pets come back darker.
Ah, that's cool. Almost like fool's gold. Tarnished. Oh, and there's like a little observation deck there of some description. I'm desperate to try and be a bit smarter now, like... Is this the Green Mile? Yes! I'm trying to like guess the references before they happen. Oh, yes.
So what would be in here? Let's take a little look. There's like a hamster cage in there.
Oh,
and
Shawshank. Oh, there's like a little creature. Oh, and these are the doors from the Dark Tower. They're like in the drawing of the three. You can like... Oh, Lobstrosities! Badadin-dadatum. Like, they're like kind of like the gateways to different worlds. It's how he like recruits Eddie Dean and Jake Chambers. Like, his little group. When he assembles his team. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I love that 11/22/63 thing. Like, I love it so much. Oh, Annie Wilkes, so this is Misery. Oh yeah, of course, because I think the protagonist's name is Paul Sheldon, gets in the car accident, and then they're transported to Annie Wilkes' house. Because she's his #1 fan. And this is like the one Stephen King book that I physically had to stop reading because it was freaking me out so much. Like, it wasn't like gore as such, but just kind of all the little details and descriptions. It was really unsettling.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
The typewriter.
Misery Returns. That's the one that she kind of bullies him into writing. I guess bullied is kind of a watered down version. But
Because I'm not a huge Stephen King fan, whereas JB is, I often get confused between Misery and The Shining because typewriter, axe, similar imagery.
Well, it's interesting.
For me, it's the wheelchair that really like points out the difference.
I guess, yeah, that's true. The axe and the writing, but I think with quite a lot of Stephen King's books, loads of like the main characters are writers. Like, I'm just trying to think of more. Well, obviously in It Chapter 2, or it's just the It book, Bill Denborough, Stuttering Bill grows up to be an author. Even in like the short story, the new one, the Rats part of that is about a writer. My mind's actually going blank, but there's so many. The Flag is awesome.
It is. They've done so many things so well. I need to stop wasting time typing, but like, I don't want them to feel like I'm ignoring them when they say things. And really, The Flag is truly amazing. Now, where did they go? Were they down here? Yes, they're here.
Oh, see, that is so cool. That is like the Tim Curry Pennywise. Yeah, I've got that on DVD for a while, but I've still yet to watch all the way through of it. Maybe you can watch that with me tonight.
Maybe not, JV.
Oh gosh, another house!
Woo.
I wonder if in the dream code, if there's like characters walking around. That would be so creepy, but also really cool.
Stephen King's house.
Oh, finally! This is like a dream come true.
Come on, JB.
If JB can work out how to use the door.
Okay, JB, this is your dream come true.
Oh my gosh. See, this is like what you'd imagine it, just like a room dedicated to writing, like... Just because of a number of novels that they publish and short stories, like you could literally just imagine this being the collected works
and little
on the
references to their best works, like it there.
Oh gosh, yeah.
The boat for Pennywise. Do you know what I mean? Just like a few little things.
Like if I was Stephen King, I would literally have all the Funko Pops just like lined up by the bookshelves, all the novels. Oh, Gerald's game.
Oh my god, of course. Why? It took me so long to work out that this was Gerald's game. That.
Oh, and that's the dog.
Gerald's game.
Oh. Oh. See, look at that though. The custom panels. How creative that is. Like that's almost genius.
I mean, it is.
As far to say is that
it
is
is genius. And of course, like you said, with the dog there.
And Gerald's game is awesome. Like. I think it only came into like popular like culture when the Netflix adaptation happened.
I feel like the Netflix adaptation Carrie, wow. I feel like the Netflix adaptation was one of the first Stephen King things I fully watched.
It was really good. I think that was another Mike Flanagan one who went on to do Doctor Sleep and stuff.
It made me very curious about the full story. Wow.
Oh my gosh, yes, because this is when they get pranked and then Carrie goes a bit crazy, but understandably so, I guess.
They do take bullying to a whole new level.
Like psychotically. But this is actually, if you take away the kind of spooky dress, this is actually a really, really attractive room.
I mean, they've done this really well, haven't they? Because they've not... Like, that's the key thing about Carrie is that it's a natural set to begin with. It's a prom, like, they're all gonna...
That is actually a really nice room. Take away that and that's actually a magical room. Which is kind of exactly what it's meant to represent.
Yeah.
It was meant to be, you know, such a kind of good night and then it took a turn for the weird.
Wow.
I'm trying to figure out... Oh, better pictures. 1408. Oh, I love how they've incorporated the kind of lunar beds though, quite recently, because they're like a new item from the recent update.
But they're an amazing addition. Ooh.
Oh, and again, another kind of basementless house.
Makes you very curious, doesn't it, JB? I just find it... Oh, okay. Even I know what this is.
It's Lloyd. Let me see. Oh my gosh.
That's great.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and there's the typewriter. And this is like the gold room. You've got Lloyd the bartender. Oh no.
The typewriter back there, look. This is incredible.
Oh, and that music player.
See, you know they've done something really well when I'm like, oh my god, I know this!
You understood the
Because I've only read one Stephen King book, and I'm more of a Stephen King movie girl, but even then I've only seen about 5, so...
That's so... I love all the references. Like, there's been so many that you wouldn't expect to be able to translate. And I just think it's awesome. Genuinely awesome.
Oh my gosh, there's another hat there.
Duma Key. Oh, okay. Duma Key has got one of my favourite like book covers for the hardback edition ever. Like, both the UK and US edition are gorgeous. Like, both for different reasons. You know, the UK version's so kind of understated. It looks awesome, but like the US version's like the artwork of all the ocean and everything. Oh.
See, I can only picture the US, not the UK book cover. I don't know why.
The UK one's kind of like orange. It's a bit more sunset based, I guess. Sunset beach type vibe.
Ooh, Cujo.
Cujo. Yes, that's gotta be Cujo. And that's fitting as well with it being Castle Rock.
Oh my gosh, it's the twins from The
Grady
Shining.
twins. Oh, and Danny Torrance's little tricycle.
And the maze.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, they're the axe.
Run.
Let's run. No. Oh no. Oh.
Run.
That is so cool. And there's the axe there for good measure. Gotcha. Oh, I'm dying to come back here in the winter though.
Oh, to see the maze in the snow?
Yeah. But I think that's more of a movie thing. Actually, I think it's winter in both times, but no one like freezes in the road. Oh.
Ooh. Ooh, I love this island house.
Oh my gosh, the man in black.
Roscoe.
The man in black. Randall Flagg. Oh my gosh. See, I don't know how much influence they've had over this islander's house, but this is actually ridiculously accurate to... Oh! See, that's so cool how they've actually incorporated a physical islander as a character. See, that's something you would never really get in terms of at first glance in a Dream Tour, but once you know it, it's like mind-blowing. Again, a bit like the 11/22/63 thing, like you just think it's a normal diner because Animal Crossing has diner-related furniture and items, so obviously a popular thing to create is, of course, a diner.
Where did they go?
I'm
kind of scared to run off too far because I don't want to intrude.
But in terms of the diner, it's just good that they've subverted things a bit. Let's look for them. Because this is the last place we need to be lost. When the spooks can get us. Oh!
Okay, so they're down here.
Run!
All of it.
Oh. Oh.
I found them, we did it! So they just said that they think that's the end of the tour, which... I feel sad, but like, it's just been so good, I feel that you can't be too upset about the tour being over.
No, like it is so good. Like you kind of got all the way around the island. You get introduced to new things. Like nothing seemed overstated. Like everything kind of played out how it was meant to play out. It wasn't like, you know, here's a massive it house or a massive overlook house, which would totally work. But it's just cool how they kind of built it all around variety. And I think when they do that, there's so much that you can kind of latch onto. Like even things that you aren't really familiar with, like for example, I'm mostly familiar with the Green Mile through, I guess, just what I've seen, what I've heard. I've not read the book or seen the movie yet, but it's one of those things where they've picked this imagery and things that are so iconic and done it so well that if you've just heard of it, I think you can kind of get what it is, get the concept, and I think that is amazing. Oh, here's a little cameo from Raymond over there.
Okay, JB, so give me a little Stephen King reference to...
Long days and pleasant nights. You like typing those long things, don't you? So, we will leave that one for you. Long days and pleasant nights. I think you will have to do it in 2 bits though, but maybe not. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this and you would like your island featured, please comment down below, or alternatively get in touch with us on Twitter at jmillyvids. Oh, if it's just the S. No wait, no. Lol. Long days and pleasant nights. That is so cool. But yeah, we are about to move on to the kind of question and answer section. Oh, and there's the iconic reply, may you have twice the number. So that is absolutely fantastic. It's so great to have another Stephen King super fan, here with us. So that is amazing. Eventually, I'm going to compile a kind of Stephen King playlist on the channel. I think that'll be amazing. So, as we were just saying before, we are now going to go on to our Q&A section with the creator, where we'll be able to ask all of our spooky questions. Okay, so we are now back on Castle Rock, where we will do our usual Q&A section. So, this is another one of those awesome islands, as with the Harry Potter, where there'll be several characters roaming around the dream address. So make sure to look into the description for that code so that you can visit here yourself and see these different characters. With me now is this Isle of Derry hat, which you can get from the custom design booth, which is by Luna. So without further ado, as usual, I'll be asking the questions, and Millie's here with me to answer them.
Indeed.
So, our first question was, how many hours has your island taken to create?
500 hours.
And what is the favourite part of your island?
My favourite part is my Duma Key area. I feel like I just really got the vibe of it right. I'm also quite proud of the Gerald's game room.
So, we're very familiar with the fact that you can't change the name of your island. Regardless of this, your island is still called Castle Rock, so we were curious to know whether you named your island Castle Rock because you love, the Stephen King multiverse, or if you named it as such with the intention of making a Stephen King based island.
Yeah, originally I just picked Castle Rock because I love King. I started throwing in a little reference because I thought they were cute, and it just exploded from there.
And in terms of all the references that you have made, what sort of concept was the most difficult to create?
I struggled finding the right dark tower. I like the lighthouse because at night it's actually sending out a beam. I just wish it was all black. Also, the houses are a lot of work because you have to keep signing in and out of profiles to get the right items and with the right character.
Yeah, we can definitely relate to that struggle, as, it is quite challenging to imagine, having to drop things off outside and having another player pick it up. But equally, I think you've done such an amazing job with this. Even with the Dark Tower that we're with right now, it is certainly so incredible. Like, despite it not being all black, that beam thing very much fits in with the whole theme of the Stephen King multiverse and how, quite correctly, all things serve the beam. So, moving on to our next question. Who is your favourite Stephen King protagonist?
Probably Eddie Dean or Richie Tozier. I guess I just like a wise guy.
Yes, Eddie Dean is certainly my favourite character from the Dark Tower series. I just think they're so funny, and it's kind of inspiring to have one of the characters in this fanciful universe be, very much a regular guy with regular, kind of struggles that we could all potentially relate to. So it is so cool. Now, who is your favourite Stephen King antagonist now?
Well, it's a toss-up between Pennywise, Annie Wilkes and Randall Flagg. I think probably Flagg because he's in so many stories causing so much trouble.
Yeah, Flagg's definitely one that's kind of influenced the whole entire Stephen King multiverse, from obviously the Dark Tower series to Eyes of the Dragon. There's so much. Oh, and The Stand, their kind of evil presence is very much felt all throughout the Stephen King multiverse, so that is an absolutely amazing choice. Now, are there any books or movies that you wanted to reference but you couldn't?
So many. I feel like I've done The Stand and Salem's Lot dirty by not featuring them more. I'd like to create a bolder free zone, and I have an idea for Salem's.
Yeah, Salem's Lot was really good. I think that was one of the ones that I read quite early on, and I realised that it was just so amazing. There's so much that you could kind of do to explore that, so we're really looking forward to seeing what you come up with. And overall, what's the future of your island?
My next plan's to tear down the beachside restaurant and create the City of Lud from the Wastelands. I also have this idea to create a Pennywise portrait out of flowers, but that's so ambitious.
Wow. We love Lud, any Dark Tower references that is possible, we would absolutely love to see. But in terms of the Pennywise flower garden, we would imagine that would be so difficult. I mean, honestly, I think it's definitely possible, but oh my gosh, we would absolutely love to see that. I think that would just be so cool. Now, What is your favourite Stephen King movie adaptation?
My favourite movie adaptation is The Shawshank Redemption. They did it perfectly. Also, I really, really enjoyed the New It movies.
Yeah, those were some fabulous movies. If you could add any feature or item into the future of the game, what would that be and why?
So I'd make it so you can hang things on panels. Panels allow you to kind of create outside room-like places. So outside of the houses, and being able to hang pictures or lights on them would allow even more creative freedom. Also, let me buy multiple colours of a dress for Mabel's at once.
See, that's so interesting. That one about the hanging items on the panels is something that we've never heard before. But that would actually work out so well, because if you think that a lot of people are using those panels to make almost indoor rooms but outside, so they're not taking up space in houses. But like the amount of things you could do with that is absolutely incredible. Even if they added in the feature to use that as a wall, if you imagine like people using wallpaper on panels,
Yes.
like that would even help you, Millie, out in your Hunger Games themed island if you could have those CCTV surveillance wallpaper on the panels.
See, I am loving the two answers that this person's given for that question, because I agree completely with the panels. It's something I've not thought of. But also the Able sisters, because it is so annoying how you have to go in and out of the dressing room every time. Like, say you like every variation of a top and you want it in every colour. That's 6 times you're going in and out, and it just gets so annoying.
Yeah, especially like, you know, if even doing that option that it gives you, wearing it as you buy it doesn't like let you buy something else. It always just boots you out of that kind of stall. You then have to go in and repeat the process for all of those variants. So this is actually really, really good. Like, it's incredible, really, what they've kind of come up with. Now here's just a final little question from me. What is your favourite KK Slider song?
Don't hate me, but it's KK Bubblegum. I'm a huge, huge pop fan, and I just can't resist it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's definitely one of my favourites, if not my very favourite. Honestly, like, the amount of times I've just gone into YouTube and just typed in KK Bubblegum and just been sat there vibing to it isn't even funny at this point. But with that being said, that's all we've got time for today. We want to thank this amazing creator so much. You can see their details in the description below, along with before the fly area at the start. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe. We aim to do these types of tours every day or every other day. Regardless of that, we've got an amazing playlist full of at least 50 more tours that you can see. So yeah, with that being said, please like, comment and subscribe. JB and Millie.
JB and Millie.